All right, what's going on YouTube? Know it's been a little while. Try to give you some updates here. The twin Camaro. I still need to come back and do this little bit of body work, but that's where I had to pull the door together, epoxy and fiberglass on the inside, and then I ran a screw through it and let it cure, pulled the screw back out. Finish line. Great company, great product, I must say. Called them, got them on the phone, and made sure this is what the kit that I need to order. And this covers everything. You can get rid of every brake line on the car besides the little small short line that adapts it from the little square block to the rubber hose. It replaces everything else. So you can see I kind of started running that. I think since last time we did the wastegate, doing a single wastegate on it, and O2s, got a couple O2s. Actually got another O2 on the down pipe for it. It's gonna be doing full exhaust all the way out the back. I think that's going from like 4 down to like 3.5 all the way back. It's already as far back as the driver's seat. Not the driver's seat, the passenger seat, and gonna be running a muffler from there in full exhaust out the back. Waiting on a gasket. I don't think I had this last time I did an update, so I got my feed line for the turbo. Got to work on the drain line. Sensors are in place for my oil. Have those in place. Have a odometer dash, so odometer, and then who else? Glow shift gauge. So that's their setup. Gonna have 2 oils. Is that important? Started fitting this here, but I had to stop and wait because I have to do the manual brake setup. So, and that's part of all the brake setup. So it is out right now to do the manual brake setup because the knob doesn't work. I had to use a bolt. So I think on my last one I just welded. I think I just welded the bolt, which I'm confident with my weld, but I just figured I would take it a little bit step further. I'm gonna actually cut this out and then do the bolt through and then weld it just to make it that much stronger, because God forbid that a weld breaks off while you're on the brakes. And yeah, I'd just rather have it like double safe, the bolt through there and then also weld it. If you don't know, I do AC, so I'll show some AC stuff on here. This is fab related though, on some brackets. So I'm working on this here. Some reason you don't see a lot of updates at certain times of the year. I apologize for that, but having to modify these racks and actually cut out pieces of metal and then come back and weld them up in here to actually be able to support my tanks there. So some plasma cutting going on there. Got some drive shaft situation too. I actually bust one of those up, so got some better stuff. A billet, and also I think they consider that a solid, like it's a non-greasable joint. I think that's also strange. It was my fault. It's just the wrong drive shaft. It's like a 1310 instead of a 1350. Because I have a 1350 over here that I never had a problem out of. So my fault buying drive shaft kits and just, I don't know. I just made assumptions like, hey, I'm on a hard tire, it's never gonna hook that hard. But it's like when you start putting out a certain amount of power with a car that weighs a certain amount, it's a lot of stress on parts. So the car is like super heavy and makes really good power. So went through some starter stuff also. So I've been running that one. And I went to I think it was like a 905 starter now, so a lot beefier starter. And it sounds amazing turning this car over compared to the other one. I also ended up taking the turbo off. I took the little fella off. Do I have a comparison? Yeah, so I actually have a comparison here. So it's like, some people see this turbo and they, wow. Like that's a that's a good size turbo. And then I go to what I took off. I go to what I took off the other car, and it's like, okay, maybe that turbo is not that big. So that's what I took off. Like I said, man, gonna be doing some more class racing. So certain classes is only so big with turbo you can run. I need to get that put together too. It's a lot of stuff I got. That got balanced, so just got that crank balance. Brand new pistons, rods, rings, all that stuff. And that's for that 6.0 right there. Need to get that put together. Just a lot of stuff on the burner and also on the back burner. So yeah, I need to check that, make sure I got everything I need for that 6.0 and go ahead and get started on that. But that's what's been in the mix. So hopefully the car's on motor right now. Hopefully the new turbo comes in today and I can get that put on, and I can be able to race next Saturday. We're gonna see. Same thing I always pretty much do. Just kind of bench test some stuff, and I might get a chance to drive it around the street, but it's gonna pretty much be a washout today. And I possibly could go test it Friday. Before I go race it Saturday. We shall see. So stay tuned. Hopefully I might try to do that. That way I can get out there Saturday and put on a really good show. But a lot of times I don't really get a chance to test the car. I just kind of go out there and go for what I know. So we're gonna see. Yeah, I also got to do the top, the pump on the top. I think I got another one. I'm gonna swap the pump because it's like just letting up and down slow. And then I'm also gonna order one off of eBay. I had to make sure I show that. I had to order one off of eBay and see what it takes to convert that. So that's what's in the mix. Y'all take it easy.